Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of Sports Central, where we break down the biggest stories in the world of sports. My name is Emmanuel, and today we are going deep into a transfer saga that is heating up the football world. Victor Osimhen's potential move away from Napoli. Is Napoli trying to sabotage the career of one of Africa's brightest stars by pushing him toward a move to the Saudi Pro League? Or is this just a business decision gone wrong? Let's unravel this story. Victor Osimhen's rise to football stardom has been nothing short of spectacular. After a sensational 2022-2023 season where he fired Napoli to their first Serie A title in over 30 years, Osimhen became one of the most sought-after strikers in the world. His strength in front of the goal and his ability to perform in big matches made him a target for Europe's elite clubs. Now, his performances earned him a spot in the Ballon d'Or power rankings, further cementing his status as one of the top players in the world. Naturally, with such a stellar performance and such a spectacular season under his belt, a big money move to Europe's top club seemed inevitable, right? But as the summer of the 2024 transfer window approached, things took a surprising turn. Despite strong interest from clubs like Chelsea, PSG, and Arsenal, Victor Osimhen's future remained uncertain, and questions began to surface about whether Napoli was truly interested in letting their star striker leave. Now, let's take it back a bit to January 2024. Chelsea, desperate to add firepower to the attack, emerged as one of the frontrunners to sign Osimhen. The Blues were reportedly ready to break the bank to bring him to Stamford Bridge, but that deal didn't happen. Why? Well, Chelsea found themselves under the microscope for a potential financial player for a violation, and with the risk of sanctions looming, were forced to pull out. This left the door open for other clubs to make their move. Next up was PSG. Fresh up losing Kylian Mbappe, PSG needed a big signing to fill the void left by their star man. Of course, they identified Victor Osimhen as a perfect candidate and quickly entered negotiations. Personal terms were agreed, but Napoli, under the leadership of Aurelio De Laurentiis, rejected PSG's €80 million offer, holding out for a figure close to around €130 million. This was a clear statement at the time. Napoli wasn't going to let their star man go without a fight. But here's where things start to get really interesting. As the summer transfer window progressed, Napoli's stance seemed to change. Talks with Chelsea resumed, but instead of a permanent deal, the idea of a loan was being rumored and floated around. For a player of Osimhen's caliber, this was seen as an insult. A loan move for one of the top strikers in the world. Come on. His agent's calendar was quick to shut down these rumors, but the damage was done. It raised serious questions about Napoli's intentions. Now, with Chelsea out of the picture and PSG unable to meet Napoli's demands, Osimhen's future became even more uncertain. Then came the shocking twist. A €65 million offer from Al Ahly, a Saudi Pro League club. For many, this was a jaw-dropping development. How could Napoli even entertain offers from a Saudi club after rejecting higher bids from European giants? This is where the speculation really begins. Why would Napoli, a club that has just achieved historic success, be so willing to sell their star player to a league that, while rapidly growing, is still not on par with Europe's top competitions? Some people believe it's a deliberate attempt by De Laurentiis to keep Osimhen away from Europe's elites, potentially somehow to avoid strengthening a rival club in Europe. Others think it's purely a financial decision, with Napoli looking to cash in before Osimhen's market value drops. Of course, Aurelio De Laurentiis is a shrewd businessman, no doubt about that. He's known for driving a hard bargain, but his tactics have often been controversial. In this case, however, the stakes are incredibly high. Osimhen is not just another player, he's a symbol of African football. A player who has the potential to become one of the greatest exports from the continent. Moving him to the Saudi Pro League could be seen as limiting the exposure and, by extension, his career growth. Let's break this down a bit further. On one hand, a move to Al Ahly with an enormous financial package, €30 million per year. That's £500,000 per week. That's more than double what he currently earns at Napoli. I mean, for most players, it would be a no-brainer. It's a life-changing opportunity. But for Osimhen, it's not just about the money. He's in his prime at 25 years old. Moving to Saudi Arabia, despite the financial benefits, could mean stepping away from the spotlight of top-tier European football. Osimhen's legacy is at the crossroads here. On one side, there's a chance to secure life-changing money, but on the other, there's a risk of fading from the world's footballing spotlight. I mean, we've seen players go to the Saudi Pro League and effectively disappear from the international stage. For a player with Ballon d'Or ambitions, this is a huge gamble. But there's another layer to this saga. Reports suggest that if Osimhen does move to Al Ahly, he will insist on a release clause that would allow him to return to Europe. Now, this could be a smart play, a way to secure his financial future while keeping his options open for a return to the highest level of competition. But this is easier said than done. Football is unpredictable and there's no guarantee that the European market will be as welcoming in a few years. Now, consider this. By the time he potentially returns to Europe, Osimhen will be older and the football trajectory may have changed. New stars, of course, will have emerged and the competition will be fiercer. Clubs might hesitate to invest in a player who has spent several years outside of Europe's top leagues, especially if his form has dipped at that time. So, what should Victor Osimhen do? Should he take the money and move to the Saudi Pro League with the hope of returning to Europe in the future? Or should he hold out for a move to a top European club now, even if it means taking a pay cut? It's a decision that could define his career for years to come. We want to hear from you. If you were in Osimhen's shoes, what would you do? Would you prioritize the financial security of a move to Saudi Arabia, or would you stay in Europe, accept Chelsea's offer, take a pay cut, and fight to maintain your place among the elites? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. And remember, this story is far from over. The European transfer window closes on Friday, that's tomorrow. But the Saudi Pro League window stays open until October 6th. We'll be keeping a close eye on how this saga unfolds, and we'll be here to bring you all the latest updates as they happen. Thank you for watching today's edition of Sports Central. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, my name is Emmanuel. Bye-bye.